guys, welcome back to another video. I really wanted to talk about the movie Split. Now, I know everybody already got done talking about this movie a long time ago. I really wanted to touch base on it because I just watched it for the first time last night. It was fucking awesome. I really did enjoy this movie. Now, did I enjoy it more than my favorite movies of all time? I have to question that because it really was just genuinely a very good movie. James McAvoy did such a fucking phenomenal job being just an actor portraying multiple personalities, and I cannot fathom how fucking incredible it was. So let's start off and talk about the things that I really enjoyed about this movie. I thought the location for this movie being underneath a zoo in the maintenance tunnels was a beautiful location, especially when it really just kind of melted with the concept of the beast, where the beast was like part of the zoo, you know, like that's kind of where his idea for the beast came from, even though it felt more like a divine entity, like the beast or sits number of the beast, like a demon or devil kind of deal. Now, I do have some criticisms about that. Specifically, criticism number one is the whole internal "there's a beast inside me" thing is ungodly cringe. It is such a fucking cringe thing. I cannot stand it. Like, I've been through that phase when I was in my teenage years, and everybody, I think a lot of teenage boys or men nowadays have gone through at least a weird fucking phase where they're obsessed with this inner demon, where they're like, oh, I'm the bad boy. I used to be the nice guy, but I didn't get any pussy holding the door open, so now I gotta unleash the beast, you know? So that's part of the problem that I always really had with it, and I don't feel like that is portrayed here. I don't think that Split does a bad job portraying something supernatural. I think it does a very good job taking such a cringe concept and just adapting it as a danger to people around them, whereas most of the people who are cringe, who say they have a beast inside them and they're not Mr. Nice Guy anymore, they're just bluffing, they're just being a pussy, you know? That's just kind of how I perceive that. But again, I think that James McAvoy did a fantastic fucking job at this. My second criticism is gonna come with the story behind Anya Taylor-Joy's character, Casey Cook. Now, Casey Cook as a character was like, honestly, so well written. She did a fucking awesome job portraying the character, but the character never got the ending she really deserved, because at the end of the movie, okay, so spoiler alert, she ends up, you find out her past is that she was sexually abused by her uncle when she was a child. You never really get to see that story arc come to a conclusion. At the end of the movie, the person that shows up to take her from the police after the whole incident is her uncle. The police officer says, your uncle is here, and then that's kind of it. I have not seen Glass yet. I do know that she comes back in Glass. I watched the trailer for Glass, so I do hope that they kind of conclude on that story arc, because if they don't, I'm going to be actually disappointed. Because the way that they built it up, where she had the shotgun pointed at her uncle, like, that was a fucking intense moment. Like, that was really intense. I half anticipated her to shoot him then and there, and it would have been a little bad, in my opinion, because then it wouldn't have made it. It would have been easier for her to shoot Kevin. It would have been easier for her to shoot the beast if she had already shot her uncle. Maybe that was her finally deciding to shoot her uncle, was when she shot the beast. I feel like that would have made a better arc. Now, also, I feel like Haley Lee Richardson and Jessica Sula's characters didn't really get any success at all. I understand. They were there to be eaten and murdered. Like, the beast started eating them because they were in the rooms, and she was trying to actually get the coat hanger. But I feel like the characters themselves didn't actually accomplish anything. And I feel like it would have been a little bit better if they had accomplished something, because then when you rip them away from us and they die, we would have felt more. But they kind of both died simultaneously, which did kind of give us a big dose of realism, where it's like, oh, this is fucked. Like, shit's fucked up now. They're both dead, which I do enjoy that. But again, I don't feel like they really accomplished anything besides, oh, I found a coat hanger, and then they died. Betty Buckley's character, the doctor, I think was a good character until the fact that she's deliberately going into these maintenance tunnels fully well knowing prior that this is a zoo. Like knowing that he lives in a zoo. There's no way that this is legal. She knows. There's no way that she knows that he is legally living in the maintenance fucking tunnels of the zoo. I'm sorry. I can't fathom where the zoo is okay with him living underneath their property. I can't. So the fact that she is okay and comfortable going onto an illegally trespassing onto the zoo's property is a red flag for me. Because why wouldn't she already have talked to him about this? Like, her deliberately going there just so she can prove that there is something supernatural going on with this whole multi-personality disorder thing is kind of bullshit. Like, I feel like she knew, obviously, that there was something very fucking wrong from the start, and she could have done a lot more to prevent it if she was already conscious that he's illegally living somewhere he should not be living. Overall, this movie came together very well. I know that there was a lot of people, when this movie first dropped, there was a lot of woke propaganda talk where it was, oh my God, he's cross-dressing as a woman, it's a transgender thing. It's like, bro, it's a fucking movie, bro. I remember when that happened, and I remember being confused because, I mean, honestly, I never watched the movie until recently. And I know this movie came out in 2016, so it's like, yeah, I never really got around to it. And I thought that people were actually upset about the whole feminist woke propaganda transgender thing. But then I watched the movie, and I'm like, there's literally only like two of his personalities that are women. One's a fucking kid. The others are all like dudes. Like, Barry's a guy, Dennis is a guy. I don't know. I think it was silly to call it a woke propaganda movie. But the whole part where he's like, oh, he's supposed to consume impure women was kind of interesting, because once he found out that she was abused, he called her pure, and Casey got to leave with her life. And the fact that he took fucking 2 shotgun shots, no way he's walking away from that. I don't care what fucking supernatural powers he has. I'm gonna have to watch Glass. First I have to watch Unbreakable. I still have not seen Unbreakable, so I'm completely unaware about David Dunn. I'm unaware about Mr. Glass. I'm actually very fucking excited to see these movies. It was a blast. Split was really good. I give it a solid 9 out of 10. It was the cinematography was fantastic. The location they decided to film it at was fantastic. Everything about this movie was actually fantastic, minus my few criticisms, and honestly, they're pretty big criticisms, in my opinion, especially the whole cringe thing. Like, I cannot fathom a world where people go, "Oh, there's a beast in me," and it's actually good or like interesting, you know. But they did it. They actually made it pretty interesting. So I give it a solid 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, hit the subscribe button. Bye, everybody. Complete.